Super Mega Ultimate Challenge! Today in Super Mega Ultimate Challenge, we have a challenge from a person in the audience, and it reads,
Dear Full Power Pillock, you are awesome and amazing. I watch your channel every day and I have obviously subscribed by clicking that button just down below and hitting that bell. Now, of course, I do respect your amazing abilities, but I also would like to see you to make some sort of submarine base.
and I am more than willing to meet that challenge. So let's go! Okay, so to start off with this one, I'm going to try and make something sort of submarine sort of shaped. You see, if we make something that's not submarine shaped, it's not really a submarine base. So we need to make something submarine-ish, if that makes any sort of sense to anyone in the audience. Probably not, so let's move on. Okay, so we're going to start with the basic bedrock sort of unstoppable flying machine. So these are very flexible, very useful for many different things. And let's try and make something that has a bit of a sort of shape to it, but is mainly a sort of cylindrical sort of shape. Okay, so that's somewhat cylindrical oval sort of shape, which, okay, it's more of an oval. Let's ignore my lack of ability to actually make a circle and just move on. I think that's the best. Okay, well, the cylinder ended up being kind of like a weird rectangle-y sort of shape, so let's just ignore that completely and move on with the next interesting part. So we need to grab some observers. Observers? What am I even saying today? I don't even know. I'm talking absolute bollocks. Just out of here, fish. Come on. What are you doing? Okay, and let's try to build something that represents sort of like a bit of a base going on. So if we miss that one, go to here and go along, and then we can, that didn't really work out very pretty. That's not, why is there so many fish in the way? Why? Okay, we've had to cheat a little bit, but that's okay, the engine is still fine, it still looks like it's fairly sort of consistent, and we should be pretty good. On the timer, we're doing pretty well so far, so we're not too bad. We've got an hour to do this, so not too long, but it should be fine. We should be able to cover this in less than an hour without any sort of issues. Engines are all still running, so that's a good sign as well. Let's turn the machine off, and let's try to start building a bit of a base inside our submarine. Okay, so we've got a bit of an outer hull sort of going on here so far with the base, and I'm thinking that maybe we could make it so that we can just simply basically have these extended, but I also want things like chests and that sort of thing inside here. So what we'll do is we'll actually shorten this probably by 1 on each block, so these are only 9 long. And what we're going to do from there is we're basically going to then probably get rid of, say, not that one, let's make it that one. And then we can chuck a chest in here. Wait, no, if I chuck a chest in here, I won't be able to open it because it's got wool above it. I would have to get rid of that one. There we go. Okay, now I can chuck in a chest. So this way we have a bit of storage. In fact, what am I thinking? We've got barrels now. Why am I not thinking of barrels? That's just ridiculous. Okay, let's get some barrels going on here. Jeez, I don't even know what I'm thinking today. Okay, we can access barrels from the side. Okay, and on this side as well, let's chuck in a little bit of slime, chuck in a barrel. No, not facing that way, facing that way. Okay, we can still access that. That's okay. And now what we can do is just very simply extend these, and we should be pretty much okay just to chuck some pistons in front of these, and then we can extend our submarine a bit longer so that we can try and have something a little bit more interesting than just a couple barrels, because that's not the most interesting thing. That's what people, expect from other channels. This is not what we do on this channel. We need to have something big, something cool, something awesome. And I have no idea what that is, so I'm waffling on quite a bit here. Okay, let me talk you through what we've got so far. So so far we've got basically just a couple chests slash barrels over here. Not too much, but basically just an idea that we can drag them along with us. Now over here what we've got is a bit of an observation deck, and then I've made it a little bit sort of Nautilus-like, where we've got this sort of viewing ability that I've just realized there's actually a sand dune right in our way. Well, how long does this go on for? No, I should have looked at this better. Okay, well, let me get rid of this and hopefully it should be okay. Okay, well, luckily I have realized an incredibly easy way to fix my problems, and that's using the Minecraft structure block, of course. Now, all that we have to do is load anything with GG, and what that should do is basically clear it out and then have this beautiful Minecraft animation occur, where it fills back in the ocean after I've removed some areas that were slightly in the way. Why has that not worked? What is going on here? Why did that not fill back in? Do I need to update something? Like, what if I just build up here a little bit? Okay, now you can. No, you're not going to do it now. Okay, well now there's just a hole in the ocean. Let's ignore that. Let's try again. Okay, so is that floating water? Okay, well let's ignore all that, because that obviously wasn't meant to occur. And let's try on this one. So if we just load it, then that should resolve all our problems and have this wonderful, beautiful Minecraft animation where it fills itself all back in. Isn't that just beautiful and magical and wonderful? And why is it not doing it to all the chunks? Okay, it's actually starting to work. Maybe it's going to fix itself up. That could be cool. Maybe it's just something weird with how it loaded in, but it looks like it's fixed itself back up. That's just wonderful. This has worked far better than I thought it would. And no, it hasn't. What the? Of course. Somehow I broke Minecraft. Well, let's ignore that. Let's ignore those chunks that are a little bit broken in the beta. And it looks like we've got a clear path anyway. That's the important thing here. Now, I usually recommend doing backups and that sort of thing. Not today. I'm pretty confident that we should be all okay. So let's release the ship and see how she goes. Whoop. I need to be inside it. Okay, so this should start to clear out the water. Should. It's not, which is a problem. Why have we still got water in here? Have I left too much of a gap? Is that the problem? I've left too much of a gap. Oh, bollocks. Okay, so we're testing Air Pocket prototype number 1. And we're going to see how this works. So we're just going to try something very simple where it's on top and above. Hopefully this creates enough of a sort of gap that we can sort of survive in here. It seems somewhat survivable. Maybe we could do with some light in here. It doesn't seem very light, and there is still a lot of water coming in. Okay, well that's a bit too much water, and this is kind of more of a nightmare zone at the moment. Okay, so attempt number 2, now we have some lights so that we can actually see, and I've added a bit more to the sort of area here, so hopefully this is enough to actually counteract all the water. We'll probably still have some down the sides, but most of it should be pretty much gone, hopefully. Hopefully it works out pretty well. Alright, so let's get this going. And no, why have you crashed into yourself? Oh, bollocks. Okay, so the ship is finally all fixed, and obviously, yeah, that didn't really work too well. So we're going to try something a bit different. So we're going to try something simple and just have some blocks at the front here. And hopefully this is enough to resolve our problems that we're having. I'm not sure it's going to be enough, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see how this all works out. So if I just chuck in a few extra ones along here, hopefully this should, in theory, aside from propelling me across the room, it should hopefully clear out a bit of the water and make things a lot more happy. And how is that doing? Is that clearing out some of the water? It's clearing out barely anything. Okay. So if we have a look over here, it seems like it sort of almost works actually having a submarine that's one block high. Aside from that, the only other way I could possibly do this is by pulling the whole thing using a flying machine at the front instead of a flying machine at the back and pushing everything. So yeah, let's give it a shot and see what we can actually do with this one. So now we're just going to do the same sort of thing. So nothing too sort of crazy. And we're just going to aim for one block high. So that center block will actually be the block that we have our whole base in. All right, so if I now chuck it in like this and then do the last one like that, that should be our entire flying machine. So I'll just chuck it in like that, and we can just basically chuck it on a few extra blocks here, here, here. Come on. And there, and then there. And then finally, nope, nope, get out of that. Okay, and finally, just some redstone blocks, and voila, it should be, wait, no, I've got to move that one first. You can't have them all in the same location. Let's try that, and then that. So that's working. Yeah, that's working pretty well. And I can stop it right there. And if we give it a shot now to see if we can also just do the same thing with pushing, like this, and that should still work. Yes, it does. Wonderful. And that means that if we were to grab something like, I don't know, what do we got? Let's use iron for this one. We use a bit of iron, that sort of thing. And we'll chuck some in here, just up and around. Okay, so from here, now that we've got our submarine, we should be able to now go in here, wiping out all of these, and all the water comes flooding in still, which isn't great. But what we can do is hopefully add something like a, I don't know, trapdoor maybe? Trapdoor sounds like it's pretty good, or maybe even a slab. What else could we add that would stop the water but still allow us through? Nope, I broke it. Okay. In fact, I've just realized that in order to push these, I would need to have multiple ones throughout the base, kind of like this. And that should be, well, no, that should be pretty good right about there. And just open up that one. Nope. Wait, there we go. Okay, now we've got something going here. And the only other thing I haven't done yet is put a piston right in the middle, and obviously finish that piston off there. And I need a piston right in the middle. I've been staring at this thing for quite some time now. And nothing is coming to mind. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so I've redesigned things pretty much to be identical, but we've got this little sort of stopper at the front, so hopefully that's enough to basically stop the water at the front, and then maybe at the back here it should be okay. I'm believing that I should just let me in. Just let me in. Why? Why won't you let me in? Okay. So now if we... Nope. Okay, so now if we try and get rid of those water source blocks, we should hopefully be okay now. Now we've got a little bit of room to be able to go through here. In fact, what we might do is just grab ourselves a piece of glass so that I can see through the actual, through the front here. Okay, there we go. Now we can actually see where we're going. So this should be pretty good. Hopefully this works. So let's give this a shot. And all I need to do is basically put a redstone block here. And then if I just... Why did that not work? Oh no, there's a problem at the front, isn't there? It stuffed something up, didn't it? Yeah, something broke. Something broke hard. Whoop. Nope. There. Okay, put some glass there. And maybe even if we extend that to be a little bit more... No, just... There we go. Nope, that's not looking very... Just... There we go. Now it's starting to get sealed. Okay, and that one should have a bit longer, and same with that one. So hopefully that's enough to keep all the water out of there. And then we should, with a bit of luck, be able to just get through, get into the thing. There we go. Okay, now we are rolling in this. Okay, now we've got ourselves a little bit of an air pocket. We do still have to sort of hold forward to keep on sort of keeping it with the machine, but we are, I believe, let's just go survival mode. Okay, I believe that we're okay. In fact, let's just chuck some blocks so I can't see them. In fact, if I just... Whoa, what was that? Something just sort of moved me. Oh, look at this. We've even got the water behind us is perfectly fine. Whoa. Easy. And we're pretty good. Look at this. Submarine. Submarine. This is working pretty amazingly well. This isn't too bad. I actually quite like this. I mean, we've got light here. We're pretty much fine. If we were to put down, no. Where am I? Okay, so let's just stop this for a second, because what we also need to do with this, in fact, when I stop that, does that now mean that there's a proper air pocket here? Yes, there's a proper air pocket now in the submarine. How cool is this? That's worked out quite well, actually. What we might do as well, though, is let's add a few things. So we can add some barrels. Barrels will definitely help us out in adventures and journeys and things like that. So now we've got ourselves some barrels. So decent amount of storage already. We'll just put another one there and another one right there. What else could we fit into this? So I've been playing with this a little bit and I've made some mods, so let me show you through the new submarine. So what we've got here, if I can get into it first, is... No. Okay, so what we've... I don't know how that happened. Let's ignore that. Okay, so what we've got first is a bit of item storage. So I've got 4 barrels here, plenty of storage to actually... I broke it. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. And okay, there we go. Okay, all fixed. All right, so we've also got some furnaces here, old school, multi-use furnaces. We've got very limited space. I mean, I could put in some smokers and things like that if I really wanted to, but I think they work pretty well. What we also have here, which unfortunately the lever will break as soon as it sort of travels around where the flying machine is. So you'd have to place a lever each time. I see that as an important security function. But that aside, what we have is our own TNT dispensing system. so that we can catch our own fish and things like that, and just, you know, just kind of blow them up. Or if we see some, there you go, we've got some fish right there. Or if we see, you know, some drowned, like there is some drowned down there at the moment, hopefully, oh, come on, please do it for the video, do it for the likes. No, okay, I missed it. Okay, so you get the idea. We can destroy things with TNT. Now, what I've also done is I've actually enabled Education Edition, and there's a good reason for that. You see, what we can do is, if we grab something like a crafting bench, I didn't put a crafting bench inside the submarine. Why would I not have put a crafting bench in there? That's just daft. Okay, so if we grab our crafting bench, now what we want to do is grab some TNT, and if we combine that with a little bit of the things that are here somewhere, where is it? Ah, here we go. I believe, was it sodium? I don't know if it's, I believe it's sodium. Yeah, let's try it with sodium. I believe it's sodium. And if we just chuck that, no, just chuck that in there, haha! Now we've got some good toys to play with. So what we can do now is just hop in there, thank you. Nope. Okay, so let's take out this TNT, because that's just regular TNT, that's boring TNT. This, my friends, is underwater TNT. So if I activate this now, then what should happen is... it works underwater. How awesome is this? Watch this. And now I can do my own mining. I don't even have to, you know, try or anything like that. All the different metals and all the different stones and things like that simply just come to me now, which is wonderful. Aside from these ones, why are they not floating up? Maybe they've gone up. No, they wouldn't float up because they're not water source blocks. That's why. Okay, well, ignore that whole floating up thing. That's only for the ones that get actually water sourced. Well, water logged blocks. Never mind. Okay, but still, we can blow stuff up with TNT, which is really, really cool. So if I give that a go again, which is, it's just so satisfying. It really, really is. It's now a mining machine. A very simple one, but it's now a mining machine. Bedrock Edition is so very nuts. Okay, and once we've done with our mining, let's do this in survival mode in a second. So this is a real world survival situation, and what we're going to do is we're going to go game mode survival, and now what we're going to do is we're going to just jump down into the water and hop into our submarine. So if we go down and around into here a little bit, ignore the head bashing. Where have I gone? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's no. I'm almost into it. Redstone. Okay, redstone block. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we are. Okay, redstone block. No, that didn't work. Okay, I think I've actually found a way to do this now. So if we go up in here, we're all fine. Get rid of that block right there. And no. And now that should break the machine. And now I can crawl in here. Now I can get rid of that one. And we're all good. There we go. We've got this all down packed now. So we're in our submarine, and what we do is go towards the back, put an extra block in there, and it breaks and stops the whole flying machine. So I can then go around, do whatever I want to do, go back to my submarine, and no, go back in. Come on, just there we go. And once I've got whatever I wanted, I can just basically get rid of it, and we're good to go. That works perfectly. I've got my own little submarine. I'm so happy. I'm a little teddy bear in the submarine.
Super Mega Ultimate Challenge!